Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I hope everybody's doing well. Welcome to the stream, guys. Is 8th of August, and this was our yesterday's plan on Bitcoin. As I mentioned, I was expecting like a very, very good, interesting three-drive pattern that we have formed on BTC, and we dumped almost 6%. I just wanted, a retest of the weekly opens. That's where we had our short limit order, but unfortunately, it missed it. And if it would have filled, we would have made almost close to 2.3 to 2.2 R, depends on your entry. But yeah, overall it was a good plan. Actually, I mentioned do not rush into any positions at this moment, and the plan played very, very nicely. It's just that missed my short limits. So what is next for BTC on the lower term time frame, ladies and gentlemen? For now, I canceled my short limits, but I think we should be playing our short limits for one simple reasoning. And you know why? Because I think we might be doing an irregular expanded flat for the Bitcoin, basically, which means that the move on the downside is your wave A over here. We are doing wave B over here for an irregular expanded flat. We're likely going to see the weekly opens around 58,190, a little bit choppiness, and then we will test somewhere around 53.7 and maybe even 53.2 as well. Something like this is what I expect on BTC going ahead. And why do I think this sort of a PA is likely going to play out? Because I have seen a very similar sort of PA being played out on Bitcoin historically and in past as well. Because if you look at the similar sort of a structure we had as well over here, so what did we do? If you look at here, we got a sharp move on the downside like this, a pullback, a very massive dump, followed by a V-shaped recovery. And here as well, a very interesting thing happened, was a very interesting diagonal happened, if you see, with some sort of a low volume. And what we did, we went down and then we swept these highs, or like a double top, or like a swept these highs sort of thing. Then we dumped down like this, and then we had a further run up, after which we dump down. So practically speaking, we can take some good scalps in my view. So practically, I am still interested in shorting Bitcoin. My wave count is pretty much on the point at this moment. So I think I will be taking another risky short scalp for Bitcoin around 57,953 DCA till weekly opens, with our stop loss above 59,559, and take profit targets of easy, I would say 54,000 and 53,880, giving us a very interesting 2.4 to 2.5 hour setup. Depends on your entry. If you're risking, let's say, normally for the trades, if you risk let's say $100 for this trade, you should risk around $30 to $40, less than the half normally risk, because it's a very high risk trade. Why? Because this is a high risk trade, because as I mentioned yesterday, we might also be having a bullish count for Bitcoin, basically, which means that this is the bull count for Bitcoin. This is gonna be like some sort of wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 over here, a wave 4, and maybe we can just pump it up like here for an extended wave 5, somewhere around 61,000, and from there we go for ABC move towards a retest of 56.5 and maybe even 56,000, and then we keep on continuing upside towards previous month value area high and August opens of $65,000. This is what the bullish count looks like, and that's why this trades is more like a high less probable trade. I would give somewhere around 50 to 55% probability of this playing out, this trade playing out, and hence I just want you guys to go less on this trade, take less risk, because it's a very good trade actually if this plays out, and I do think very likelihood of being played out because of Ethereum. Because if you look at the Ethereum on the 4 hours time frame over here, Ethereum dumped a little bit shallow retracement it did. So practically speaking, in my view, ETH is like ABC. This is like a wave 1, a wave 2, and ETH is gonna do something like this. In my view, it's gonna go like 2,000, maybe 1900, something like this. Practically speaking, this is where ETH is giving me a very good vibe and a bearish vibe, as I mentioned yesterday as well on the stream, that Ethereum on the horizontal time frame looks a little bit more bearish than I thought, because of a dump towards $2,000, almost close to 40-45% dump from the top, which is giving me a very, very bearish vibes, honestly speaking. The bearish vibe is only because of the wave count. Normally I will explain in detail on ETH, but this is what the lower time frame scenario looks like for Bitcoin, guys. Let's go back to the midterm time frame scenario for Bitcoin on the daily time frame. Daily we are still under EMA 200, guys. Did not flipped it yet. But once EMA 200 is reclaimed, you don't look for any pullbacks. You simply buy. You don't need any trade, guys. Simply go big on it. That's what even I would do, actually. But what my plan is, just in case, what are the bull case scenario? You see, this was how we retested the EMA 200. Bears defended again. We got a move on the downside, like a double bottom sort of a thing like this. We reclaim, try again a little bit more, something like this, and then we should do something like this. In case if EMA 200 on the daily is reclaimed, that means the bottom is in. This is like a trap. Everybody got trapped, and we would be pumping back up towards new all-time highs. It's a very clean scenario, and that's where you're gonna make good amount of money on Bitcoin once USD dominance flips. Bitcoin flips the EMA daily 200, because that gives you a very high probability bounce of 25%. Even you can go 20x leverage, I would say, on this one, because you know that once it flips, it's a very high probable trade for it playing out. That's where your invalidation would be simply EMA 200 levels, giving us a good risk reward on this trade. Actually, a very big risk reward, you're gonna get it, and a very high probable trade if it plays out. So this is going to be the bull case scenario. But hey, what would be the midterm time frame bear case scenario? We only have two scenarios, guys. We don't have any other scenarios. Hey, hi Rahim. As Rahim mentioned yesterday that he felt that I explained 8 scenarios, but no, we don't have any 8 scenarios. These are very simple 2 scenarios that we have on the daily time frame. If you look at here, very simple. There is nothing. I mean, it's a very simple scenarios that we have for Bitcoin. We have 2 case and 2 scenarios, primary and secondary. The bear case, the bull case scenario is still here. We still have the bull case scenario till Bitcoin is above 49,000, or even I would say $44,000. Yes, the bull case scenario is still very valid, and that's the bull case scenario we have. Till we are above 44,000, the bull is on. But remember, Rahim and everyone, guys, over here, if BTC dumps straight to $40,000, khalas. The top is in. There is no bull, nothing. The top is in for Bitcoin. Whatever the price, it would have been around $74,000. That is going to be a top for this bull run. And if we dump straight over to $40,000 from here, khalas, there is no coming back. Then this bull case is gone, and we are following this bear case for Bitcoin, which is going to take Bitcoin towards the target of 19,000. And maybe even sweep of the lows of $15,000. It all depends how bigger the wave 3 would be. So that's the only 2 primary scenarios that we have right now, and both are really valid. This scenario, the bear case scenario, is going to be valid, and and it will come in play once the 40k levels is swept. Just a wick to 40k, this scenario is on. You don't even need a wick to 40k. This is on. Once we go to 40k levels, just a wick, even if you take this liquidity under 40k levels, like $39,000 levels, khalas, this bear case is on. You don't need a closure. You just need a wick, a single wick. Khalas. This is what the scenario we will play then. Every bounce is for shorting. Every dip is for playing the scalps, not swings. That's what this scenario is going to be telling you, that we might be entering another bear phase for this whole bull run. This is like bull run. We are not in any bear market actually. This is like the full bull run, because if you look at the structure over here on the weekly time frame, we never entered any bear market actually. Even the 2022 dump that we got was never a bear market. It was a continuation of bull market. Your bull run begins from $3,000. This is where the bull run begins. We got 5 waves on an upside, and then right now we are getting, which is known as an accumulation phase, because after a bigger bull run, you already got a massive pump from $3,000 for Bitcoin in 2018 and 2021 for almost close to 2,000% pump that you got. we really need a little bit more accumulation for this sort of another impulsive move you might be expecting for Bitcoin. Would be somewhere around $484,000, gonna give you another 33,150% gains minimum. Can even do for 2,000% gains, I agree, which can be like 1:1 extension for like $325,000. Always possibility is always there. Practically speaking, guys, this is what you want. We are not in a bear market. We were never in the bear market. People fail to understand we were never in the bear market, but the retailers, and that's the reason. Just understand from the investor's perspective. As an investor, as Michael Saylor, MicroStrategy, Tesla, why they are holding it, why we got ETF, why BlackRock is buying. This is the major reason why they're buying, because even they see the charts, even they have the analyst. They can also see, even a blind person can see what's happening in the Bitcoin market. Bitcoin is never in the bear market. It's just in a bigger accumulation phase, which might take a little bit more time than we think. Practically, you got a massive upside for Bitcoin for 20x from 3,000 to almost close to $68,000, and from there we are getting an accumulation. You see an accumulation pattern is going to be like this, and once we break out, it's going to be massive. It is going to go like clearly $318,000 to $484,000, but we won't go above $500,000. No. So that's it. After we go up here, I would be seeing another dump coming back down to sweep these lows, and maybe an accumulation, another accumulation is going to happen, because we complete the bigger cycle over there at that point of time. So practically speaking, ladies and gentlemen, I think if in future, in next coming 12 months, you get an opportunity to buy Bitcoin around $19K to $15,000, just in case if you get this opportunity, don't miss it. Don't wait for the bullshit people or crypto Twitter to tell you that, hey, we are going to $12,000, $10,000. Don't wait for exact levels to come. If you remember, we bought Bitcoin around 16,800. We never waited. I never waited for $15,000 or $13,000. That's where you buy. It's like an accumulation zone. And very, very simplistic approach as a trader. What you should understand is this is your premium zone, and that's where your discount zone is. So whenever the price goes at the top like here, you literally look for sell. You literally exit. That's where your premium zone is. And whenever the price goes back down to the discount zone, basically you literally you buy actually. And that's what the bigger market makers are looking for. They won't be shaking out. You might feel that, hey, they got capitulated. No, they will not get capitulated, because they know this is like a bigger range being playing out on Bitcoin actually. Your mice sounds like from Wish. Anyways, your mic sounds like from Wish. It's okay. I mean, I'll change it. I'm a little bit lethargic in changing my things because I'm happy. I mean, unless people feel that I need a change, a setup needs change, like my mic or anything, yeah, I'll change it. But there's no need. So for now, but if you have mentioned, I'll definitely gonna buy a new one, and a good one I'll buy. But I don't have much interest, so I need to hire a consultant who can give me an advice on how to do proper setup, probably, because I don't want to spend much time on this shit. So I'll just hire someone who will advise me which mic and everything to buy. I think Gosu, there's one person in our community. Gosu is a very good guy from Australia, Australia, and he makes a very good desktop. He has a limited version of desktop for like Gosu, I mean, if you are here on the stream, you showed me a very beautiful desktop, the water version of desktop. If you remember, it was a very cool actually. If anybody wants to buy from him, you can go. It is a really good and reliable person actually. So though I don't know him, but he's a really good guy actually. I talk with him very frequently. So this is what the range looks like. I mean, we were never in the bear market actually. So yes, that's my plan for the Bitcoin, guys. Only two scenarios. Gosu, Gosu, you will see on our Discord actually. Ole. If you just type Gosu Gosu, definitely you'll see him. He makes a very good PC actually. He's a master in he showed me his work actually. So basically, this is what we have. Yeah, one more thing. This is not a paid partnership, okay? But yeah, he's a really nice guy actually. So yes, I will change it. I'll take an advice from someone, and probably I'll just buy it today or itself. So that's the plan, guys. I mean, there's no change in the plan. That's a bull run. That's the bear market. Yeah. So that's the two scenarios that we have for Bitcoin. I don't have any other third scenario. I don't really have any third scenario. So that's all what I have for Bitcoin actually. Thanks a lot, Ole, and thanks for the feedback, Sarunas. I'm sorry if I misinterpret your name. So that's what the plan on the hard-term time frame. Let's talk about the midterm time frame scenarios for Bitcoin, guys. For the midterm, we have two scenarios, ladies and gentlemen. Why on the midterm we have two scenarios? So let's keep hard-term time frame. The hard-term time frame gives us more visibility on what we should do as an investor, whether we should hold our coins, whether we should be selling it, what we should be doing it. So right now at this point, the bull count are valid, which means that it can still pump up to $80,000. If we can still go to $80,000, and hence it don't make sense for us to short or to literally sell our spot holdings. For example, we have DOT, we have LDO. I'm still waiting for my bid to fill actually for that big limits, but I'm not sure whether it's gonna fill. Waves, I'm having underwater waves, but definitely every dead coin gives us bounce. For example, RSR, it gives 10x from the bottom. So waves will eventually do, and it's gonna give us break even exit actually for sure, inshallah. So that's what I believe, based on the technical analysis we have. And what is this green box, guys, that is there in front of your screen? This green box is where the BlackRock's, Fidelity, and the rest of ETF, new ETF, guys started buying it or accumulating Bitcoin. So if you see here, we literally bounced from the levels where the ETF was launched actually. Very close to that, but still we've bounced from those levels. And if you remember, this sort of a dump, normally whenever it happens, there is a very interesting, either a double top, which is likely going to happen, like here we had it. You see, we got a massive dump like here with a huge volume, a run up like this, and we got a run up on a daily time frame from the lows for almost close to 15 to 17%, where everybody thought that the bottom is in, but we never got a bottom. And later what happened, we got for a double bottom like this, accumulation happens, and then we got a run up. A similar situation is you can see over here as well when we were at $24,000. So practically we got a massive dump here. The volume is pretty much good, and after that we got a little bit sideways. A recovery happened for almost close to 11%. That's what the recovery we got actually. Just give me a moment, please. So guys, that's what the recovery we got for like 11%. And again, we go for a double bottom, or you can even say the sweep of the lows basically. And after that, we literally start pumping back up like an accumulation. So what the plan is, there are two possibilities over here on the midterm time frame. First possibility is we already dumped like this. We are recovering like a dead cat bounce. Like a double bottom is going to happen, or a sweep basically. A little bit accumulation happens like this, and then we go for a pump to $80,000. First scenario is this. We don't go anything under $49,000. Maybe we don't even go to $47,000. The second scenario is that we already got a massive dump like this. The EMA 200 is like here. Okay, this is the EMA 200, the yellow line, for example, what you're watching. And we are right now here. So practically we go for EMA 200 retest, we reject, we go for a double bottom like this. The price hold, we reclaim the EMA 200, and the price, woo-yeah, it go for a pump like this. So that's the only two options, the bull case scenario that I have for BTC. The bear case scenario is very, very dangerous, guys, which means that we don't reclaim the EMA 200, we keep on rejecting it. and then the big dump happens to 40,000 and maybe even under $40,000. So that's the only bull case that I have, and both the bull case that we have, both the scenarios that I drawed and showed you here tells me that the double bottom or the seam of the lows is very high likely, and that's where we should be going into the market. You just need to get a little bit more time in case if you don't go for a double bottom sort of a thing. Another good entry, as I mentioned, would be a flip of EMA 200. Once EMA 200 is reclaimed, you go all in. That is going to give you the best trade, best risk reward, high risk reward trade, and I would even say that gonna give you good amount of gains actually. You really don't need to buy the bottom. You just need to take good trade actually. It's a misconception. People feel that yes, we are alhamdulillah, so far we are very good in catching tops and bottoms. Our analysis on point. The short at the $70,000 was on the point. It was perfect. The best risk reward short, but I was a little bit greedy actually. I wanted to make some money and I booked it for like 1 hour. If I would have kept it, it would have been more than 20-hour setup for like a short. But amazing. I mean, I'm happy the way we have played it. We never longed anything on the dump. We were just keep on simply waiting for 63.6 to flip, if you know, guys. So honestly speaking, there is a misconception. You really don't have to buy or catch the tops or bottoms. If you really want to make good money, you need to just have a good trade on confirmation. Even if that means that you only take 2 to 3 trades a month, you can still make up good amount of money with a proper risk management, and you can still end up achieving your targets for monthly. That's what I do actually. The 5 hour trade I took on Bitcoin, that literally end up making me the complete month, because it was a very high probable trade. If you remember, from here the wick that we caught actually around 63.5, from here to $70,000, perfect $70,000, literally gave us a good 5 hour setup, more than 5 hour. It was around 5.3 to 5.4 hour setup. Amazing trade it was, because we know it was a very high probable trade for Bitcoin actually. Similarly, the short as well, very high probable trade. I literally went in with the same capital and I made 1 hour. I could have made more actually. We all could have made more, but it's just that I did a mistake. We should have wrote that short by moving our stops at break even or in profits rather than just simply closing it, because it never went to our entry after dumping actually. But anyways, what's gone is gone. So that's our plan, guys. So LTF, if you look at from the LTF perspective on Bitcoin on the daily time frame, just look at the RSI over here. We literally over here swept the lows. Basically there is no bullish divergence over here, and on the RSI I'm expecting it to go a little bit more towards 44%, so that we can get another head and shoulder and form a bullish divergence. So practically speaking, based on the structure that I'm watching on the midterm time frame, not lower term, midterm time frame, I'm expecting BTC to do something like this. I would like to see BTC doing something like this. This is what I would like to see Bitcoin doing it. Not necessarily we should be dumping a little bit more, but I would be happy even if you go down to 53,000 or maybe 52.8. So that's what I think BTC would be doing it for going towards golden pocket zone as well as the daily resistance that we have. This is what on the midterm time frame I see BTC doing. The another case that we can have for BTC is we simply dump from here straight to make another lows, chop accumulation happens like here, and then we go for a full-fledged recovery. Why this case is very valid? Only and only because of the USD dominance, because USD dominance reached a mega support. The support is at 5.8%, which is a good support actually. And I believe, and I think, not believe, but from the price action perspective, if you look at the 4 hours time frame, we still have that one more wave count or one more push pending for the USD dominance. So if you look at here, you got wave 1, you got wave 2, you got a massive wave 3 with a good volume, A, B, C. We are getting already wave C here, and then you got a choppiness wave 4 like this. A little bit more choppiness happens here, and after that we go dump like this. So that's where I think this is what I needed for the USD dominance, and that's exactly where the good opportunity comes. So I think I very strongly believe and think that we still have a little bit more time. The August is going to give us a good time for us to buy and accumulate. You don't need to rush into alts at this point, only and only because of Ethereum is still missing one more downside, as I mentioned. Maybe a little bit push up like here, or go for irregular expanded flat like BTC does. Possibilities there, and then we'll go for a retest of this 2750, and after that we dump. This is how it can even play actually if BTC does the other way around. So that's the irregular expanded flat. If not irregular expanded flat, then it can even do something like this. We go for like here, we bounce up again, we dump like this, and then we go for a retest. So at this point, I am expecting USD dominance to go for an accumulation. Similarly, on the lower term time frame, this is my plan for BTC. Go for a weekly open retest around $58,115 to $58,200 levels. Can even go for an order block that we have around $58,600 to $58,500. Even that is a possibility. That's where you also have Monday highs. If you just look at the price action algo, we have the Monday high. So practically we go for a Monday high sweep, and then we go for a retest of Monday mid support. Practically speaking, that is a possibility as well. But for now, I think this is a very good levels to short. Weekly opens is a good levels. 58,100 to 58,200 is a very good levels to short with the invalidation above 59,559. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's my plan for the short term. Mid term, I already mentioned two scenarios, and high term time frame. Both the scenarios were excellent. So basically, we only have two scenarios for high term time frame. There are no three scenarios. For midterm also, we only have two scenarios, bull case as well as bear case. In both the bull case scenario, we need either a double bottom or a wick of low, and after that, we look for an upside. Or the bear case scenario is very dangerous, as I mentioned. We don't flip, EMA 200. This is like some sort of a. So these are the scenarios that I've drawn on the screen. What you are watching it. This scenario is a bull case scenario on the midterm. The bear case scenario would be like this. We simply go back here, go for like 60K, and then we dump more like to sweep the lows, 37,000, accumulate here, form another range over here, and then further dump back down to sweep the lows like $21,000. That is going to be the worst case scenario for Bitcoin on the midterm time frame as well, which is going to confirm then your bear case, bigger higher term time frame bear case scenario then going to play out. So that's what we have, ladies and gentlemen. Why I'm much interested in Solana, as I mentioned, I would like to see Solana pumping up to 159, 159.5. Give us a good shorting opportunity, like a double bottom sort of thing, towards 125 to 120, and then go back further up to a minimum level of 175. So I'm very much interested in buying Solana around 122. Basically, this is the range that I'm expecting or looking to buy Solana. It's a very good support, guys. 122 to 120.8 is the good levels for Solana to buy. Basically, also let's look for another alt that I personally like. It is Near. Near got a sharp rejection as well and went to 3.8, but that literally confirms the wave count that I was waiting for or looking for, basically, because the price action makes it very much good. So what I would like to see is a little bit push up like here, a bearish retest happens, and then dump like this. So really you get a buying opportunity for Near around these levels, and then you can look for Near to do something like this. This is what I expect for Near to do, and that's where I would say that Near, if you really want to short Near, you can short around 4.20 to 4.3 with an invalidation above 4.919, and you can take profits around 2.5 to 2.3. This is what you should be doing actually for Near. I would say don't look for alts at this point. Make money with BTC, make money with Ethereum you want, or Solana. Basically these three alts are very looking good, even BNB. Why? Because ETH BTC, even though it looks to me like bottoming, we still have one more downside left. You see 1 2, this is like a wave 3 which is happening right now. A push is happening for the wave 4. One more down is going to happen for ETH Bitcoin, and that's going to be absolutely end for ETH BTC. Similarly, it's going to be absolutely end for Bitcoin dominance. In the next few months, I expect a big waterfall from Bitcoin dominance, meaning that we are forming one of the best 3-dive pattern I've ever seen on such, maybe I would say total crypto market cap or any indexes. Basically, whenever we saw or whenever we see such sort of a good 3-dive pattern formation, I mean, you definitely don't want to miss it. My target for USDT Bitcoin dominance would be somewhere around 58.5 to 59%. That's where I expect it to reject. We still have one more push left, as I mentioned, for ETH BTC, one more downside left for 2.3 to 3.5%. And after that, this is going to be massive downside. If you look at from the weekly perspective on RSI for Bitcoin dominance, guys, you have a massive bearish divergence over here on RSI. As you can see, I know it's a very thin divergence over here at this point, but it's a very valid divergence over here as well. So it's a very good divergence. It's forming, actually. It's not yet confirmed, but it's forming surely. And I think that we are going to test a little bit more upside to 70%. I am expecting it to do something. It's like a bear flag for RSI Bitcoin dominance, like this. You go just for a fake out like this and then would dump like this on the RSI perspective. So practically speaking, Bitcoin dominance is very much going very close to topping out, and which also means that after this one more downside from ETH BTC, or like a double bottom sort of a thing for ETH BTC, because wave 5 can be a truncated wave 5 as well. Not necessarily we should sweep the lows one more time. A truncation means we go for like a double bottom, we don't sweep the lows. But definitely, guys, you should be moving your Bitcoins to Ethereum. You should be converting it to Ethereum, because Bitcoin dominance would do a waterfall, would start dumping down. Now let's analyze and let's try to check Bitcoin dominance from BTC perspective. Meaning, let's put Bitcoin chart over here. Maybe you can take it Bitstamp, or you can also take Coinbase. Let's take Coinbase over here. Let me just change it. BTC USD, and where is the Coinbase? Perfect. So if you look at here from Bitcoin versus the line chart, what you're watching is your BTC chart, is your BTC price, and whatever the graphs you're watching, the candlesticks you're watching is the Bitcoin dominance. Okay, so don't confuse anything. So if you look at here, when we were in 2018 like this, just watch it. So 2018 bull run happened. USD Bitcoin dominance topped out here. You see, we topped out here. Let me just draw levels for you. So this is what the 2018 top looks like. Okay. Then when we got another top for Bitcoin dominance, where is the vertical line? Here, this is where we got a top around here, or you can say double top like this around here, slightly here. Perfect. So that's where we got 2019 top. Okay, just hear me out. I mean, just look for the logic, look for the pattern that we have here, and look how things might be looking interesting for you guys. And when we initially topped out in February 2021, or you can say the final top, but when we initially topped out in 2021 Feb, this is where the Bitcoin dominance previously topped over here, and then we started dumping back down. The Bitcoin dominance dumped, then further accumulated, and the bull run begins. Actually, that's where the bull run for the altcoin begins. Actually, that's how the altcoin bull run begins. Now I want to show you very interesting thing over here. So this was your, I would say, yep. So this is where altcoin bull run begins. Okay, 2021. That was not 2021 top, but the bull run begins. Yes. After that, what happened? We got another all-time highs here, and then BTC dominance was at the lows. Actually, it was like a bottom. So practically, you got a top, you got Bitcoin dominance, everything dumps equally. If BTC dumps 70%, everything else dumps 70%, something like this, 80%, not more. Then right now we are here. We already made highs. We are again making highs, higher highs. So practically speaking, looking to the structure and the historical data we are watching right now, the worst case scenario for Bitcoin, if you look at from the pattern perspective, we know that Bitcoin dominance will dump like this. There is going to be a waterfall. It's coming. Whether you like it or not, it's going to come. It's going to happen. Okay, we're going to go to 48.7 to 48.8% levels. Whether you like it or not, we are going there. Definitely and surely we are going there. Meaning, two possibilities over here we might expect from Bitcoin. Two possibilities like this. So, a little bit pullback on the Bitcoin price, as I mentioned. This is the Bitcoin price. A little bit, maybe double bottom, or maybe one more downside, like small downside, as I mentioned. And after that, BTC pulls up a new all-time highs like this, but it goes very slowly and gradually. However, along with this new all-time high, Bitcoin dominance dumps rapidly. Why? Because Bitcoin makes new all-time highs, but Ethereum and altcoins goes nuts. Bitcoin pumps 50%, they literally goes nuts. They pump 70%, 80%, 100%. They just go nuts. Basically, that's what it means. And then when everything tops out around this, we go for a double top sort of a thing, and Bitcoin starts dumping back down like this. For example, this is what the major price action looks like. What we do is going to something like this, a little bit more downside with the initial move, and any relief bounce we get, you're going to see, alts getting wrecked. Every bounce alts are going to get wrecked, and that's where the opportunity is. The money rotation of money is going to happen from BTC to alts, Ethereum, and maybe even XRP. And now let's just come to my last chart for XRP. So basically, guys, if I just have to look at from the price action perspective for Bitcoin versus Bitcoin dominance. Now let me just delete the chart for the Bitcoins for an instance. From here, I just look at here, guys. It looks so amazing. I mean, it looks surreal actually, because what would you do if BTC, or you can say that the BLX or BTC plays the plan like this, goes for new all-time highs like this, but it just go like this, double top, alts and everything goes nuts, and later they start forming a very interesting accumulation pattern like here, and then we go for a dump like this. So this is going to be like a bigger accumulation till 2025, and then after 2025 begins, the whole move, like this rally is going to be like election rally for US election pump, and Bitcoin makes new all-time highs with maybe Trump might be winning, but looking to the situation, Congress looks like winning. Kamala looks to me like more on the winning side at this point rather than Trump. Maybe they might just do whatever they want, I don't know, but the pump is inevitable. Actually, I mean, this is how I feel, and based on the structure, Bitcoin dominance, the vibes that Bitcoin dominance is giving me actually. So I think, guys, you should be ready. Once Bitcoin dominance tops out, we still have 2 to 3%, maybe 4% max left for an upside for Bitcoin dominance. But the waterfall, you're gonna get it, which means that minimum target for this dump for Bitcoin dominance is 14%. Max at this point it can go around 17%, which means that if BTC literally pumps from the lows again, let's say, let me show you. If BTC pumps from the lows, it go for a double bottom, it pumps from the lows, let's say new all-time highs. Let me just take it on the new here, perfect. So if BTC just go for double bottom and it makes 50% move on an upside, everything else is gonna move 80% to 90%. Ethereum, also they're gonna outperform everything actually. Many one might do 2x 3x as well, depends which coins we are talking about. Especially Solana looks so hot, it can literally go to make new all-time highs in my view. It's gonna form like irregular expanded flat. That's my plan for Solana actually, after forming a double bottom. So guys, I do think the bull case scenario is so very valid based on the Bitcoin dominance chart, even from the USD dominance chart perspective as well. Why I think that the bull run count is very valid for we can still see one more new all-time highs, simply because we have a very good harmonic over here forming for one more push up like here for USD dominance, and we can literally go to 886. We might even go to make to sweep the lows, and we can just push it up like this, or we can go for a shark as well. Shark means we sweep the lows one more time, make new all-time lows, and then we go for a shark. That's gonna have the years of dominance is likely going to play out. One of the two. At this point, it's very difficult to say what's going to do. Either we're going to bounce from 4.2 to 4.15%, or simply going to dump to 3.64%. But our window for selling or decision making is going to be here. So that's your window. That's green box is where you make your decision, whether you want to exit, whether you want to hold, whether you want to start shorting. That's what you should be making decisions at that point of time. But you have a good amount of opportunity coming in future. In my view, next few months are going to be interesting for Ethereum, for alts, and also for Bitcoin as well, because the rotation of money is definitely coming. It's going to happen, whether you like it or not. It's coming, and it's going to happen. Definitely happening, guys. So be ready. So for now, avoid alts. But the month of August, as I mentioned, once we get the dip, once the USD dominance do for like a double top sort of thing, you definitely go in alts. Start building bags for alts as well. Whatever else you feel like. Don't go for DeFi at this point. Don't go for AI at this point. Don't go for meta coins at this point. Go for L1s, go for L2s, go for strong projects, and maybe even look for RWA asset coins or tokens. There is a likelihood that we might see, and also look for Deepin, because Deepin is very new actually. So we have got high for everything. The next run we might see another category pumping. Deepin might be that one of the category that might literally go nuts actually. So yeah, you have to do a little bit more research on Deepin coins actually, or projects. So that's all about the today's stream, guys. And the last chart I want to end up with this is XRP. I'm very interested in XRP, guys, very much, because if you look at from the weekly perspective, XRP is giving me that vibe. I would say a very strong bull case or a bull vibe. XRP is giving me. I really need a better chart actually. I would just take it. Maybe Bitstamp is having a very good chart. And if you remember a few months back, I mentioned that XRP is going to is forming a very good triangle actually. The triangle is a well triangle. Maybe the triangle might be this as well, but I don't feel this is a triangle. So what we might be doing for XRP, that we already won the case for XRP, and we have a strong resistance around 0.76. So what you really want is, once XRP flips 76, the bull case is, this is wave A over here with 3 wave counts. This is wave B, wave 1. We already got wave 2, and once we flip 76 cents, you buy with a retest of 76 to 70 cents, and your take profit target is going to be 1.3 for XRP. And I would like to see a rejection from there, coming back down to 40 cents. A little bit more accumulation happens for XRP, and we go for a pump, or maybe maybe we just look for another dump like this. But that's what for now. I think XRP, I'm bullish on XRP, guys, at least expecting 1.3 to 1.4 minimum. If we flip 1.3 over here as a support, then you can expect XRP to go around $5 to maybe $6. But it's going to be it's going to take a lot of efforts for XRP to pump it up to those levels, which I feel it's not going to do that. Hence, this is the perfect wave count that I have for XRP. ABC. and I'm expecting my target for XRP is around 1.31. So where you should be buying, guys? We should be buying the flip of weekly, which is around 71 cents to 76 cents on the weekly. Once it goes above, even if it closes 2 consecutive daily above, you should be buying XRP, and you should wait for any sort of a, I would say, retracement. Simply just buy at those levels, and from there you can just pump, look for how much percent gains actually. Let me see. From here, from these levels, you can expect at least 70 to 80% move on an upside for XRP, which is a very decent money actually you can make with the XRP pump actually, because normally XRP pumps very swiftly, very quickly, and it's gonna make you very good and quick returns actually. So that's what the case I have for XRP, guys, and that's it. So guys, let's wait for Bitcoin to fill our short. I'm gonna take this scalp, guys. I'm gonna post it. Just remember, as I mentioned, if you are normally risking $100, you should not go beyond $40 risk with this trade actually, because we finally want to make that $100 with this one trade, so that we can risk it on that $100 on a very big amount, on a very high probable trade, can make good money with that $100 again. So that's what we want to do eventually. So that's all. If you like this, guys, and also one more thing, thank you so much for being with us. It's almost like 1 year now, 8th of August. If you remember, we full-fledged begin from 7th of August 2023 when I left Walsh Wealth Group on 31st of July. I would really like to thank all the 300 members who joined initially in like 3 months of starting 21M Technicals, and right now we are having a strong 400 members with us actually, who are minting money, who are really happy with us. Yes, there is always gonna be few members who might not be happy, but yes, I am here for you always. You have any queries, you need my help, I'm there to guide you guys as well. I am not interested in increasing any prices for this community. For the whole 1 year, what we have achieved is, so far, I just want to tell you, we have got many trades, good trades, I would say, amazing trades, I would say, and since August 2023, with longs, shorts, we have made more than the data that I have in an Excel so far in this whole 1 year of this starting the 21M Technicals. We have made more than 320 hour gains with all our trades so far, which means there's an average of 0.9 hour a day actually. So which is good, 9.5 hour a day, which is really impressive, which is good. And also from percentage perspective, I haven't computed, because lot of pumps we were really big, and we have got really good trades. Also we got 2 bots over here. One is the divergence bot, which is fully functional, working. We got breaker bot. I use it personally, these 2 bots daily on day-to-day time. We also have AI signal bot, which is having a good accuracy of 70 to 80%, depends on the market trend. In a trending market, it even can go to 90%. We have this AI bot for altcoins, for gold, silver, some forex pairs. We also have it for 15 minutes time frame, 1 hour time frame, and people are making good amount of money with this as well, especially. Then we, apart from these bots that we have, we also developed a screeners for you guys. I've invested whatever I have collected from you as a fee. I've invested in everything in all these developments in this 1 year, because my main income, whatever I make, is from trading, is my main source. You guys know it. I don't make anything from $20, guys. Yes, for few, for many, $21 is a big amount. I completely respect that. But after fees, Whoop charges a platform fee, Stripe charges a platform fee, and my bank transfer charges a platform fee. So basically, after deduction everything, I roughly get around my bank around something 85 to 88%, and from there we just keep on spending it for the development of bots and all those stuffs. For all screeners we develop, guys, we have divergence screener, we have breaker screener, breakout screener, and the last screener we have EMS screener, which I have really worked hard to make that screener so that we can literally catch the trend. Apart from it, in this 1 year, guys, we have made almost close to 6 indicators which are so powerful, so helpful, and you won't ever find such indicators or algos anywhere in the market, because it's like my brain putting my brain into this indicator. But that's not full functional brain actually. Part of the logics that is very helpful for even a basic trader is going to help you. For example, we have price action algo, which includes not only price actions characteristics, but we also have order blocks, fair value gaps, you have a breaker OBs, you have EMS support, resistance, you have multiple levels, you get it on the ranges you can get on, or you don't have to draw anything, you can get everything from the price action algo. You have support and resistance algo. This support and resistance algo is so unique, guys, because every support and resistance indicator you will see in the market, they run on a specific set of candles. So basically this computes support and resistance based on historical candles. For example, few support resistance indicators out there, they compute 250 candles, historical 250, historical 1000, but our support resistance is totally different, because we don't take any specific sort of candles. We literally take all the candles till the inception of the coin. So basically that gives you more accurate levels with the rockets. Rockets are very important. I play this support and resistance levels so accurately, guys. It gives you like if you look at just like a 4 hours chart over here, I'm damn sure Bitcoin would have bounced very nicely from very close to the $47,000 levels. I have 13 rockets over there, and you have a biggest resistance around 5 rockets around 58,653. Basically it helps you if you don't know how to draw the levels. This is what it gives you. Without any biasness, it draws you the perfect accurate support and resistance levels. I can bet these are the most accurate levels you will find on any indicator, guys. Most accurate levels. Apart from this support and resistance algo, we also inbuilt in the support and resistance algo the trend indicators. We have the trend lines, automatic trend lines that forms like for breakout. We have auto fib levels for long term, for short term. We have candle colors, so volumetric candles we have. These volumetric candles plays like it tells you that where the longs are getting wrecked, where the volume, whether the breakdown happened with the volume, whether the reversal is happening with the volume, what exactly is happening. It tells you. It works like an order block basically. So that indicator we have, the first indicator I developed was the RSI support and resistance. Now this sounds very silly, but we made an indicator that literally derives support and resistance on RSI and finds the tops and bottoms, or probable tops and bottoms on a lower time frame. It works so nicely. If you just look at the 5 minutes chart over here and open our RSI screener indicator, I'm just going to close the rest all indicator that we have. Every damn thing. Let you see over here, this indicator is going to draw or paint the candles colors for like a potential top or bottom, and also going to tell you, for example, if RSI is at 65.4, it's going to tell you that resistance is at 81, the support is at 13. So you can know basically that, hey, how much more we can look for a pump, how much more we can look for a downside, what are the levels we can look for downside. That's gonna be very helpful, guys. I don't know why we don't have any candle on 5 minutes. Maybe on 15 minutes you might be having more candles. Color printing, okay, so the indicator is running right now. It's running. Let me see the style. Yeah, we have tables, inputs, perfect. We have support resistance levels as well. So you see on the 15 minutes time frame as well, there might be some example. I just want to show you how it forms tops, or how it finds tops and bottoms basically. Over here you see That's a small white candle you're seeing over here on the 15 minutes time frame. Basically it tells you that very likely that RSI have went to its support, biggest support on the 15 minutes. Very likely we will see a reversal and you should be buying it. And hey, look at the price, the way it pumped up. You got a very interesting move over there on the pump. Actually you can just simply make good amount of money. A very high probable indicator. It's not going to be 100% correct, but very high probable, and you can add some more confluences. You can make very good with the scalps. Actually you can see over here as well, it got a white candle over here. From there you got a move, a little bit move of from here to 66,976 to a 67,500, almost close to $800 move on an upside, which is quite good as well for scalps. You see over here it got a top, a white candle over here. From there it dumped straight away to $66,500. Could have been, you know, so basically this indicator is how it tells you the tops and bottoms very accurately. And then we have, you know, crypto divergence indicator. Then you also have TMA crypto signals indicator. Signals indicator access is very, very limited. It's not the access is not with everyone, but just look at how it has played with the sell, with the shorting it from 66.3, shorting at 66.5, shorting at 65, shorting. I mean, it was like a perfect shorting. We literally nailed that move. And also the buy signal, we got it around 56,000. It pumped from 56 to 57.7. That's how, you know, our signal indicators are really, really impressive, and I personally like it. So this is what my achievement is with the community. This is what I've tried it. Now these indicators, these bots that I run, these bots are run on AWS, Amazon AWS, and Amazon AWS have monthly fees actually that I pay. So it's very big because it's very high because of the data we save it and everything else we do. And that's the reason I have this membership fee very nominal for you guys, and we try to give the best out of it for you guys. So if you really love this community, spread it to your friends, families, and you know, make everyone join it so that we grow it and we can all together make a lot of money, and we can just bring all this success. We can give all these tools as well to other people so that they don't get wrecked following someone who just keep on blabbering about $1 trillion AI or something like this. I don't know, but there are a lot of good guys out there who are so accurate, even far better than me. I would say I'm not better. I'm not the only one who is really good. There are a lot of good traders out there, and I would also suggest and request that you should also support them, their analysis actually. So that's all, guys. Have a nice day and congratulations for the 1 year. I would like to thank each and every one of you for being with us, me particularly, for having your trust and faith in me. Let's scale it. This inshallah the next another 1 year would be like, I'm not focusing on members being like double. No, I'm focusing on giving a qualitative content, and my purpose is to increase your net worth more and more and more, and that's what my you know, my intention is. So thank you so much for listening to me, guys. Have a nice day. Take care. Let's connect in the evening. Once my shot gets filled, we'll connect later on, guys. So that's all. Have a nice day. Take care.